This week's episode of Boruto was insane. I really enjoyed it. I like what Kakashi had to bring to the table. I really liked what Kakashi had to bring to the table because just about everybody was not taking the exam very seriously. They were pretty calm and relaxed when it came to the test up until Kakashi showed up. The moment Kakashi showed up, everybody's mind changed, okay? So what Kakashi does in this episode is basically mess with everybody's head. Now, I don't doubt one bit that at the end of this, he's gonna end up passing a bunch of people. So essentially, you guys remember the OG Naruto series where Sasuke and Sakura got a lunch, but then he told them not to give any to Naruto, right? The actual test was to see if they would work together by giving him food. Good, he passed them. We already know this. Now, the thing that Kakashi does is he takes out one bell instead of two. He takes out one bell. He tells everybody whoever gets this bell automatically wins. Okay, they automatically get passed. So he leads people to believe that only one person's gonna pass. When in reality, what he wants to do is he wants to get people to work together and understand what it means to be a ninja. Obviously, Boruto is the first one to try to get at him. Before the exam even starts, he tries to get at him and get the bell. And it's literally them paying homage to the OG series because Naruto was just as impatient as Boruto is, right? And they actually pay homage another time when Kakashi fights Boruto, but we'll get there when we get there. So we have Shino, we have Anko, and we have Konohamaru. Basically, they're gonna be the obstacles before anybody gets to Kakashi. Boruto's working with Mitsuki, but not really, because what they were doing was essentially, you guys remember the Sasuke retrieval arc, where essentially whenever somebody would show up, whenever an obstacle would show up, they would leave somebody behind to fight that obstacle while they kept moving. That's essentially what was happening in this week's episode. So Sarada, Mitsuki, Boruto, and the class rep essentially go and see Konohamaru, right? But what Boruto does is he just ignores Konohamaru and moves forward with Mitsuki, while Sarada and the class rep fight against Konohamaru. Then what happens is Shino shows up, Mitsuki ends up stopping Shino so that Boruto can move on to Kakashi, and that's basically how Boruto even gets to fight Kakashi so fast. And Boruto was very, very close to getting this belt. Multiple times, okay? Multiple times. And the big thing that Kakashi mentions on this episode is that Boruto has skills. He's like a genius, right? But at the same time, he cannot pass in the current state that he is. And I think, I'm not sure, this is just, conjunction. I'm just saying, like, what I believe Kakashi's trying to say is that because Boruto is not really one to work with a team, and he's quick to just do things on his own and be impulsive, that doesn't qualify him to be a ninja, right? That outweighs the fact that he's this genius. And Kakashi even said, you have what it takes to be a Chunin at this point, because you have all these skills, and I really like that he said that. But the other thing that I like the most about Kakashi in this episode is that he said the one thing I've been saying the whole time I've been watching Boruto. He said, you're just like your father. He kept going about how Boruto's just like Naruto, and that was so true. In almost every aspect, Boruto is just like Naruto. And I'm glad somebody in the show said that, you know what I'm saying? Because for the longest time, we've been led to believe like that Boruto's supposed to be his own guy, and even Boruto himself says it. He's like, oh, I'm not my dad and whatever, and that's true. But the way he acts is almost just like Naruto, you know what I'm saying? Like almost a carbon copy. And Kakashi makes sure to tell the audience that, and I love it. Now, they do pay homage to the OG series with Boruto and Kakashi, okay? So you guys remember on the OG series that Naruto tried to get the belt from Kakashi by doing the Shadow Clone Jutsu. He like had him held down with the clones while Naruto tried to grab him. Grab the belt. And then Kakashi substituted himself with one of Naruto's clones. Kakashi did that exact same thing with Boruto in this week's episode, and I love that. I just adored the shit out of that. Whenever they do that, like they pay homage to the OG series in some small way, it makes me like kind of giddy because you guys remember, man, that was our childhood, all right? That was our childhood. So seeing those like little hints at the OG series, it does make me feel a little happy. But other than that, you know, Kakashi is super serious in this episode. Like, he's not joking around. He, like, everything he's telling Boruto, he's being dead serious about it. And I can already say, because we already know the outcomes in the future, I can already say Boruto's gonna pass. You know, Sarada's gonna pass. Mitsuki's gonna pass. But at the end of the day, who's gonna fail, right? Who's gonna fail? And the one thing that I found odd is that everybody had like a squad in this episode. Even though they were told only one person who gets the belt, they were led to believe, I should say, only one person is supposed to pass. Everybody had a squad for some reason, which, you know, confuses me. But at the same time, I guess what they're trying to do is they're trying to let people understand that at the end of the day, you can't do this by yourself. Even if Kakashi tells you only one person's gonna win, you can't do it by yourself. Chikadai, Inojin, and Chocho are fucking amazing, by the way, on this episode. They really worked together to fight Anko, and even Iwabe came in to help him out. I like that. I like seeing that teamwork that doesn't need to be said. Like, you guys remember when, like I said before, when Kakashi told Sakura and Sasuke to do this one thing, they did the exact opposite. I like seeing that shit, man. I like seeing when, you know, these characters don't even have to like talk to each other, and yet they work so well to, you know, to take down whatever obstacle they have. I like that idea. So this entire episode in general was a 9 out of 10 for me, man. I mean, I don't really like doing scores or whatever, but it was like a 9 out of 10, okay? Obviously, what Kakashi brought to the table today was really awesome. One thing I have to say, by the way, that really bothers me, like, holy shit, it bothered the shit out of me for some reason, but Konohamaru now has this bad habit of saying hey after every sentence. Like, he always says kuro or some shit like that. He says, like, I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, it reminds me of Deidara. You guys remember when Deidara would go like, after every sentence? That's basically what Konohamaru does, but instead he goes like, hey. Like, what the fuck is that, man? Why do you do that for? Can't you just end a sentence like normally? What you gotta do that for? It only bothered me because it's like a pet peeve of mine from Deidara. Deidara really made me hate when people do that. And I don't know, it's been on my mind for the longest. But in general, the episode was dope. The fight between Kakashi and Boruto, perfecto, man. My boy Kakashi is back. I don't think he's gonna be back for very long, but I'm still happy they brought him along. You know what I'm saying? I'm really happy they brought him along. I'm hoping to see the next episode. Hopefully, we'll see what's gonna go on. And you know what? The reviews are back. I mean, I don't really do a good job of doing these reviews. I only mention the things I like, and I try to basically not recap the whole episode, even though that's what I did today. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video nonetheless, okay? Let me know if you feel I should improve on something. Anyways, guys, I'm out.